When I first started teaching myself to draw about 18 months ago, there was this open secret that I had heard so many different times, and I kind of knew it, but I really didn't believe it. Looking back, I really wish someone had made it super clear to me just how important it was. But in all honesty, I don't even think you'll really believe how simple it truly is until you really do experience it firsthand. Because I'd heard it so many times, but it wasn't until it actually happened to me and I experienced it that I really understood just how powerful it was. About 18 months ago when I first started this journey, I really did think that this was an activity that children did and it was going to be super duper easy. No, I was way worse than what I actually thought I would be. But I had committed, so I was going to give this a proper shot. I really just wanted to bring those characters and those imaginative worlds that I had stuck in my head, I wanted to bring them to life, and I'm determined to do it. It's so much harder than I thought it would be, but I am sticking to this. So when I came across this super simple method for drawing heads, I was like, amazing, perfect. I found a shortcut. I found a little cheat code that's really going to help me nail drawing these characters' heads. Again, no, and it wasn't even a lack of understanding. I knew exactly what I had to do, but my brain was telling my hand to do something and it just was not complying. And as I classically do, I got super frustrated with it and I just left it. I didn't think about it and I moved on to something else. I thought I'd come back to it later and I just moved on. I just drew. I drew whatever took my fancy. I took courses, I found books, I watched way too many YouTube videos. And throughout the whole thing, I just put pen on paper. And I didn't even think about the Loomis method again. Not for ages. And I know what you're thinking, you already know what this secret's gonna be, but I'm telling you now, just look at what happened. 5 months later, I stumbled across it again and I thought, whatever, I'll try it. And this is what happened. I didn't really think about it, I just kind of drew a bunch. And then I flipped back through my book and I was absolutely blown away. Not once in this time did I try to draw it again or try the Loomis method again, but my improvement was remarkable. And I could only put it down to two things. One of them is our secret. And it's something that's so stupidly obvious, you've heard it before, but it truly is just time. And it is literally that simple, but at the same time, it's not. Unfortunately for all of us, it is the most crucial element to learning to draw. There is no hack, there is no shortcut. There is no perfect tool or perfect tutorial or the perfect course for you. It is literally just putting the time in. When I look back at where I started and where I am now, there is such a remarkable growth. And it really is because of all the time and the practice that I've put in. Because honestly, when you are a true beginner and you weren't born with a pencil in your hand and you didn't spend your kindergarten years doodling and sketching, when you're like me and you've come to it at such a late age, there is so much time that you have to put in to get to where you need to be. There are kids in my classroom that are better drawers than I am because they simply just do it. They do it often, they do it all the time, and they don't think about it. So there is such a debt of time that we have to put in as people who have come to this hobby so late in our lives. The biggest problem is though, is that time is gonna pass anyway. What we do with the time is really what matters. And this is the realization that really changed how I think about my journey. The more I spent drawing, the faster I'll improve. Did I know this at the start? Probably. Are you sitting here thinking, yeah, no shit, but are we both procrastinating? Fucking absolutely. It's a secret that we all know, but we all fail to act upon it. If we calculate the amount of time that we should have spent drawing and we were doing some other boring bullshit, I think it would blow us all away with all the wasted time that we've had. I'd love a shortcut too, but it's just not happening. So here is what I'm gonna do, and this is what you're gonna do too. Set a schedule, because consistency is key. Try to draw every single day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever it is, every day is the most important thing. You're better off doing 10 minutes every day than doing one big dump on a Saturday when you've got a load of time. You really need to be goal orientated, so you have a focus and you know what you're doing when you do sit down to draw, and you don't waste time sitting there thinking, what am I gonna draw today? Set a goal, break it down into manageable chunks so you know exactly what you're gonna do when you pick up that pencil. And honestly, if that is too hard and you don't even know what to break down, because I know that was the biggest challenge for me, is not actually knowing what to draw, just doodle. Sometimes sitting down to actually study is just super overwhelming, so just putting a pencil on paper and scribbling a line is enough sometimes. Do that and you'll notice that things will start to domino, and you'll sit down for 2 minutes just to scribble a line, and then it'll turn into something else that you didn't actually expect it to do. Many people starting out, especially when you're coming late to this, you really want to achieve those things that you're really dying to achieve, because maybe you want to get out of that job that you're stuck in, or it's just something that you really do want to improve on so you can get those characters out of your head. We think we're not improving quickly enough, or that we are not talented because other people are progressing faster. But really, it couldn't be further from the truth. And I'm speaking to myself as much as I'm speaking to you, because this shit takes time. We're gonna be discouraged when we don't see results, or when we see other people progressing way faster than what we are. Most of the people you see online, they started when they're 8, not when they're 30. We have a lot of time to catch up on, so we need to stop wasting that time, and we need to run our own race. We're not racing anyone else, we're not competing. It's really just our journey and what we are trying to achieve. That is going to take our own time. It really is impossible not to improve and not to reach the goal that we're searching for. The only thing that's going to stop us doing that is just quitting and not putting the effort and the hours in. So if you take anything away from this, be patient, be consistent, and keep drawing. Drawing is the long game, and every minute that you spend with a pencil in your hand, putting it on paper, the closer you're going to get to that goal. And yes, time is absolutely vital. If you're not putting in the hours, you're not improving. It's that simple. But even after 18 months of consistent work, I realized I could have doubled how much I improved over that time if I had known just a handful of key things that have really helped me progress over the last 6 months. So in my next video, I'm going to break down 8 things that I wish I knew when I first started this 18 months ago that I really wish someone had really explained to me properly. And I honestly think it would save you days and days of wasted practice. You can check it out right here. Otherwise, let me know what you're struggling with, or if there are any other things that have helped you really improve over your time learning to draw. Thank you.